Hello, hello. This is Bridget Brady from Amp Up My Biz. I'm listening to some Adele here. I am super excited for our live today. I have an amazing guest that I will be bringing on in just a moment. I'm going to let a few more people join us while we have a 10-second Adele dance break. I cannot wait to introduce our speaker to you today. So if you are a business owner, if you're an entrepreneur, if you are ready to take your business to the next level, whatever that is for you, 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, you are going to want to stay right here on this fantastical live. All right. Thanks, Adele, for your intro. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Our speaker today, she is my friend. She is my colleague. She is my client, and she's a total badass. She is a multi-award winning entrepreneur. She is a profit strategist. She is a brand and positioning expert. And wait for it. This part I have to read because there's so many. She has been featured in, here we go, Entrepreneur Magazine, Wall Street Journal, Fortune, Forbes, NBC, and the Huffington Post, among others. She is a best-selling author. She has shared the stage with industry legends, including Tim Ferriss, Jack Canfield, Brian Tracy, and was named by Seth Godin, our buddy Seth, as one of the most innovative companies in America. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend, you and me, I am proud to introduce to you Kelly O'Neill.
Okay, I just have to give you a round of applause for the introduction. That was like the best intro ever.
Thank you. I love a good introduction. All right. So again, if you are a business owner, if you are an entrepreneur, if you are doing anything in the world of trying to build a business right now, then sit your cute little butt down for the next 20 minutes because I am here with, again, the amazing, the fabulous Miss Kelly O'Neill, who knocks my socks off. Not only am I proud and honored to be her friend, but I also get to work with her. And so I get to see a lot of her genius as she's building her own incredible company and working with incredible clients. And so we are going to dig deep into how the mother flipping blah are we supposed to survive this current economy? How are we going to get through this really recession, depression? And what is the best way to not only little scrapings scrap by during this time, but how do you during this time take your business to that net? Like I said, where are you going? 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures, 8 figures, 9 figures. So Kelly, I would love for you just to take a minute to introduce yourself and tell people who you are and what you do and how you help people.
Sure. All right, guys. Thanks so much I love Bridget. I just love you. And I am so thrilled to be here with you guys today. So for those of you who may not know me, again, my name is Kelly O'Neill. I'm a brand marketing and profit strategist. And for the last 20 years, I have been working with clientele all over the world to help position them as the uncontested experts in their space, and also help position them and strategize their business in a way where they can attract affluent clientele so that you can have a more profitable, easy business. And so that is what I've been up to. So prior to starting my business, I was in corporate America. I was a publicist in high tech. I was from Silicon Valley. And so I got to work on all different kinds of tech projects. I used to do PR for Epson, digital cameras, scanners, projectors, and printers. I launched Quicken 98, 99, and 2000 for Intuit. And then I started to get hired by a variety of corporations to help really position them and also to ensure that they were getting the results in their business that they want. So if they were looking to go public, if they were looking to build their business valuation so that they could get a better funding terms, if they were looking to get acquired, they would hire me to come in and look at the way that they were positioned in the marketplace and look at how they were communicating their message. And basically they would hire me to change the conversation. So the conversation was on their terms. And I took that information, and that's now what I work with my private clients, my very highest level consulting clients. I work with them on changing their industry conversation and helping them achieve what I call that pole position. So I have a consulting company. I've got a training company where I've got a variety of programs with hundreds of different clients in them, learning how to not only market to affluent clients, but build profitable, sustainable businesses on their terms. Because I do not believe, you see the word hustle behind me, I should actually be fair. Strategy is the new hustle, because I don't believe in hustling. Like, we don't need to be doing all the things. We need to be doing the things that are going to help us get the results that we desire in our business. And that's what I do today.
Okay. I love this. Okay. So first of all, if you're here with us live, hi, Laura Ellis. Give us a shout out in the comments. I am watching the comments. So if you have any burning questions, feel free to ask them. If we have, we'll try to get to questions, but for sure say hi if you're here. All right. So you just said something really interesting, which was talking about doing the right things. And so I have a twofold question, and you can answer it any way you want. Oh, okay. Hey, Barry Selby. All right. My crew's coming on.
Ah, Barry. Hey, Barry.
I know, right? I love it. Okay. So twofold question. So one is like, what are the right things, right? There's like so much information coming at us, and like what are the right things? And then part two of that, because you talk so much about marketing to the affluent, selling to the affluent. So I want to know, like, how is the right thing selling to the affluent? What if that's not your target market? What are the right things? Like, can you speak to that a little bit?
I most certainly can. So I'm going to give you my very astute $1 million consulting advice is that depends.
Here's my, will you please?
No, you can just write that depends. My clients know that that's the biggest joke. And because my answer to everything is, well, it depends. Right? Because I don't believe, here's what I want you guys to know. And I think this is one of the biggest mistakes that people that we've made as mentors in the industry and mentoring entrepreneurship is we try to fit everyone into the same box, and there is no one size fits all solution. Every single one of my clients has different strategies that are dependent upon their zone of genius, their specific outcome that they want to create, and also their specific ideal client. Okay. So the strategies that you choose, the tactics that you choose depend on a variety of answers. Social media is not right for everybody. Neither is podcasting, neither is webinars, neither is speaking, neither is like not everything is right for the right people. So it really is about really aligning your core genius. And this is where the strategy piece comes in. It's aligning your core genius with the ultimate results that you want to create, and then choosing that vehicle strategically to get to the result in the fastest way possible. And Bridget, as you know, not even all social media is the right thing, right? So for some people, it's like, why are you even on Facebook? Like, you shouldn't even be on Facebook. It's irrelevant to you. You need to be 100% on LinkedIn and drop everything else. So it really depends. And that's my first thing is it depends. Okay. I do want to address the other piece about marketing to the affluent, because now more than ever before, before it was a brilliant strategy. Now it's a vital strategy. We are seeing, and if you're actually watching the news reports, because as a strategist, I watch markets. I am watching markets months, if not years ahead. And I will tell you right now, we are in a position as strategists that we're in uncharted territory. There's been a recession in my lifetime. I sailed through that puppy. I thrived through the recession. Mm-hmm. We've never been through a pandemic. So we are in uncharted territory. Okay. We can kind of analogize it to other things that may have happened, other disasters and things like that. But this is I'm not telling you guys anything you don't know. This is a worldwide pandemic, uncharted territory. Okay. So here's what I can tell you. If you're watching the markets, and you're watching the way that the markets are going, what we know for a fact is that even leading up to the pandemic, that there has been a global widening of the income gap, right? So what does that mean? The rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer, right? But
the middle class is disappearing.
The middle class is disappearing.
There are no more one-income homes unless you're the super affluent, and
yes,
people are freaking out, man.
Yeah, they are, right?
Yeah.
And we've known this. I mean, I've been talking about in my state, I always do a State of the Union address every January. 2 years ago, I said, guys, the middle market's vanishing. Like, it's going away. And now it is going away quickly. In fact, I was watching a news report the other day. I think I was watching my old lady show, CBS Sunday Morning. It's like my old lady show. I sit in bed with my coffee and my Tibetan Terriers and my Maltese, who doesn't want anything to do with the Tibetan Terriers. And we watch CBS Sunday Morning. And they were talking about the widening of the income gap. And they were talking about, like, Jeff Bezos, Amazon founder, his net worth has skyrocketed. He has become enormous. I mean, he was already ridiculously wealthy. He's become sick wealthy during this pandemic. And then we've got the other hand where people who were before comfortable are now in a poverty place. No. Okay. So here's the thing with that. Your affluent clients are still buying. I had my top month of the year in April in the middle of a pandemic, like multi six-figure month in the middle of a pandemic. Okay. My clients are having the best, constantly. I just had we do a monthly debrief call where we look at their numbers. We talk about results. We talk about what's working. We talk about state of the economy. We talk about all those things so that we can make informed strategic decisions as business owners. And lots of them are like, this is the best month I've ever had. Like, I've out-earned my consulting, and the reason why is because we've known that a recession was coming. Like, we knew that before the pandemic hit. And I started getting my clients to market to affluent clients. Why? Because they still have money and they're not panicked. In fact, they're like, this is a great opportunity to get ahead. This is a great opportunity to get ahead. I mean, I know you also are signing clients right and left. You signed me. I also referred a significant almost six-figure. It'll be a six-figure contract to you. My clients are buying. I'm buying. You're buying. People are buying you. Like, when you're going after these more affluent clientele, they are, number one, they're not making fear-based decisions. They're making strategic decisions, but they're not making fear-based decisions. And they have the money to buy. They're not worried about, can I put food on the table? They're like, how do I buy up some extra real estate right now? Like, now's a really good time for me to buy up a bunch of real estate. Now's a really good time for me to double down on my business. Now's a good time for me to invest in X, Y, and Z. Now's a good time for us to invest in the labor force. Right? Yes. If we go back to economics, which I clearly didn't pay attention to in high school or college, that would have been like the one thing that actually would have been a good idea for me. But, I was a little party girl when I was back then. And I wasn't paying attention, but you guys, it's supply and demand. The market is flooded with people now. So labor's cheap. So what do? You start hiring people to build your business.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So there is money to be had. Whenever we get into a situation like this, here's what happens. There is a transfer of wealth, and there's a transfer of wealth from the timid to the brave. That's what happens. There is no more or less money in this world right now than there was before.
Oh, I love that. I'm telling my clients right now that now is the time to double down on their social media and their social media ads for people who that's an appropriate strategy for. I'm like, don't pull back. Go double your budget.
That's what we just did yesterday. And I was like, Bridget, double down.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
like, I'd
this
like
is
to
the
have
call
my Vegas moment. I'm like, put it all in, baby. Put it all
this is
in.
literally the call we had yesterday. I'm like, here's where your ads are going. Here's your ROAS, return on or ad strategy, ROAS, and Kelly's like, double it, double the budget. I'm like, okay. Okay, so a couple things. One, if you're just joining us, we still have a few more minutes here. So we are on with profit positioning, brand, and marketing expert Kelly O'Neill. And so if you have a question, please put it in the comments. I see Gary Haggerty just says, recession? I'll answer that question. Yes, we're in one. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So if you have questions, now is the time. We still have a few more minutes with Kelly. So Kelly, give us this is what I want to do. I know you have an event coming up, and I want to talk about that in a moment. But if you could give us like one delicious, juicy golden nugget that everyone here can like walk away with and infuse into their business to help them during this time, because you're right, there are some people right now are flourishing during this time, and some people cannot eat, right? So like we have the disparity. So what is like one juicy takeaway that, I know not everyone, but people could walk away with and help them in their business today?
Yes. So being a strategist, I'm going to give you a high level thing to do. And this is actually exactly what I told. This is exactly what I just did in my business. This is exactly what I'm telling my clients to do in their business. I've literally had 3 calls with my clients this week. And this is the exact same piece of advice I gave to them that they are paying me a lot of money for. So here you go. Now is the time for you to reassess, right? I want every one of you to take a step back. And I want you to look at what's really working and what's really not working in your business. And there's no judgment about it, right? We don't judge here. It's just information for you to make your next right step. And so in doing that, you need to look at where are your clients coming from. There is a concept that many of you have already heard of. And if not, I'm going to teach it to you right now. It's called Pareto's principle. And that is that 80% of our business will come from 20% of our effort. And 80% of anything comes from 20% of the effort. One of the biggest mistakes that I see people making is they're trying to do all the things. You do not need to do all of the things. You need to do 1 or 2 things really, really well. And your previous predictors are going to be your previous actions are going to be the best predictors of the future outcome. So if you know that a majority of your business is referral based, you need to be working that angle. If you know that, when you run a certain social media campaign that you get you just need to be doing that over and over and over again. It is not about, I call it my fishing pole analogy. You have a choice here, right? And that choice is that you can either take your fishing rods, right? You can either take those and you can put them in, you've got 10 rods, you can put them in 10 different ponds and see what happens. You probably get a 30% return on investment, right? 3 of the ponds might yield you some of the results that you desire. Or you can, based on the fact that you know that in pond A, you always pull fish out of it, go stick 10 rods in there. Which one is going to be more strategic for you, right? Which one is going to yield you more of those results? Now is the time to really focus and get very, very strategic. And if you are not ratcheting up to market and sell to the people that have money and are going to continue to have money throughout this, then you're going to be, I hate to be like the bearer of bad news, but you're likely going to be screwed.
Yeah. Thank you, Kelly. And thank you for coming.
That's my expert assessment.
No, it's good. No, this is real. My people, my community, my tribe knows that like if they want the real deal, they come and they come and talk to me, right? Yeah. If they would like some not the real deal, they can, I don't know what they can do. All right. Yeah. So we have just a couple minutes left. So I know that you have, I'm going to put it up for you in yeah. All right. So there is an event coming up that is like unbelievably cool, valuable, amazing, like it's going to blow your mind. And because you are here with me. And because Kelly is my friend and my JV partner, I'm actually able to do like a really incredible deal for you on this event. It is called the Selling to Millionaires event. When you register, there is the link so you can get the really great deal, s2m.ampupmybiz.com, s2m.ampupmybiz.com. You can register for the event. But Kelly, we have in our final moments, tell us a little bit more about the event, what people are going to get out of it. Go for Kelly.
Sure. So the first thing I want to let you know about this event, because I know there's a lot of online events out there, and I think people are like, is this going to be a 2-day sales pitch? And the answer is no. Okay, that's not how we roll. So here's what I want you to know. We actually created this event because it's a deliverable for our program. So all of our clients are coming, right? So they're all coming to this event because they got it as a part of what they purchased in their program. And the reason for this is because obviously if you're going to be marketing to millionaires, you need to know how to sell to millionaires, right? You need to be able to have that sales conversation that is going to convert into dollars in the bank. And so when all of this COVID hit, I mean, this has been on our schedule since a year ago from today. Here's the difference. It wasn't going to be public. We weren't going to offer it publicly. But when COVID hit and we decided to do the event virtually, we were like, well, if we're doing it anyways, we might as well open it up, because I'm really passionate about entrepreneurship. And I'm really I get it. It's not just a job for me. It is my purpose and my passion to help entrepreneurs live from a place of choice. And now more than ever, again, so that you're not in the screwed category, you've got to know how to be able to have these conversations with the affluent clientele so that you can enroll them. So for 2 days, I am going to be giving you our entire customizable system of how you are going to get your mindset in the right place, how you're going to get the crap out of your mindset that is not going to serve you, right? So for those of you who are even thinking right now, like, oh, I don't know if I even could sell to millionaires, blah, 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 blah. Well, let me just get that out of your head, because that's actually part of what we're going to do there is we're going to help ratchet up that mindset so that you have an insanely powerful, aligned mindset for not just having selling conversations, but selling specifically to affluent clients. I'm also going to be teaching you everything from how to identify those clients to how to understand them, understand how they buy, developing the proposals, what to do, what not to do, because it is a totally different kind of proposal in marketing to affluent clientele. We're going to be telling you all those things. I'm going to show you how to book the appointments. I'm going to show you how to prepare for the appointments, how to hold the appointments, how to follow up from the appointments. I mean, it's just literally all the things in the sales conversation. And for those of you also who are like, I would also eventually like to have, people on my team selling for me. I'm going to show you how to set up the high performance sales habits that you need to develop within your own arsenal right now. That's going to lend to when you get the sales piece off your plate and you hire a team. Like I have a whole team of people that work for me in this that is going to allow you to transition that very smoothly to hiring other people. Nice. So it is soup to nuts, everything you need to know to sell to affluent clientele and to get them to say yes on the spot. And here's the other thing I want you guys to know. I have turned the most skeptical, I hate salespeople into people that are like, I love to sell. Because when you're doing it right, sales is all about service. It is not about convincing anybody. It is not about manipulation. It is not about being slick. It is literally about solving people's problems. And in this realm, I'm going to teach you how to solve people's problems that can afford to have you solve their problems, and they're going to pay you really good money for it.
Oh my gosh. I love this. Okay. So many things. I know we're out of time, but one, I write that in my book. Sales is service. Stop selling to people and start serving them. I write this. I have a whole chapter about that in my book, Jobs to Jammies. So I love that so much. And I'm one of those people who loves to sell because
Mm-hmm.
I love to have that conversation with someone and really be like, okay, how can I solve their problem? How can I be a true benefit to them and their business? And then I'm like, I can do this for you. And they're like, I love it. And they're like, let me give you a bunch of money. And I'm like, I would love a bunch of money for that. Right.
Yeah, exactly. Totally.
Right. Like that.
Totally.
I love sales. Okay. So you know me, my tribe, my community,
Yeah.
you know me. I would never, ever, ever recommend something that I don't truly believe that would be a benefit to you in my heart of hearts. So if this is something you want to learn, right? If you're like, yes, this is me, I need to learn where to find these affluent clients.
Yeah.
How do I connect with them? What is that? Right. What does that quote or that proposal look like? Like how do I go from yes, I want it to now I have it? This is an incredible event. Like this is the event that's going to take you A to Z, soup to nuts, and teach you that. So if you are the person who's like, yes, please, then for sure, like run, do not walk. The link is in this post. The link is right below me, s2m.ampupmybiz.com. You'll get the special pricing that Kelly is giving to me for you. You're welcome. And that's it. I don't see any other burning questions. So I'm just going to say to everyone who is here, thank you for being here. I hope
you
that
for
you
having
got,
me. I just love you, and it's so much fun to hang out with you.
I know. I love having you here. Kelly, I'm sure I'll talk to you very, very soon.
Yes.
For everyone else, I hope you got something so delicious out of this live. And I can't wait to see you at Selling to Millionaires. Kelly O'Neill, you're amazing. Mwah. Thank you for being
Mwah.
here.